Okay, this is my horrible laundry room again. It really needs help. Okay, but we're going to see what we can do to... That stayed nice and organized. I wonder why. We're going to see how we can declutter and get this laundry room looking a little bit better. Okay guys, the first step was cleaning off the floor, and there were lots of clothes and trash on the floor. I swept and picked that stuff up, put all the clothes up to be folded. Now it still is my garage, so it's not going to be pretty like some YouTubers that have the pretty rooms and the pretty. It's still my garage. This trash can right here is for lint. It's lime green so that it matches my lime green containers. Now this is where I am right now, but when I give you the reveal of the video, that's going to be in pretty glass containers and sitting on this pretty shelf. This is my rolling organizer. It's got my wool balls and my dryer sheets, my stain remover, and this. But before I do anything else, this has got to be fixed. I will be cleaning and painting this so that it looks nice for the reveal video. But in the meantime, until I get that done, this is a sneak peek of what I've done so far. Hi guys, it's finally time for my laundry room organization and decor reveal. First, I'm going to tell you a few things that I have learned and just some tips that I can give you how to organize your laundry room. The first thing about your laundry room is having a schedule. Alright, each family member that is capable should be taught to be responsible for their own laundry. Of course, if you have littles, it's not going to be possible until they're old enough. And I have tips for that as well. But even if you do everyone's laundry, only do one person's a day. Have a schedule so that only one person's laundry is done a day. Now, of course, I did get some tips from someone that had 13 children, so apparently she has to do 2 people a day, but she has each of those children do their own laundry, those that are old enough, and those that are not, the older ones help the younger ones. But that, you know, not all of us have 13 children, but that I have some other ideas that she gave, and I have implemented them at my house, and I'll tell you about those later. So each family member must be assigned a day so that all are not trying to wash the night before the clothes are needed. Now, dirty laundry sorting ideas. Declutter clothes, or just do not wait until you're out of clean clothes to do your laundry. If you're doing 1 load a week, then you should be able to stay on top of your laundry. It won't pile up, and it'll be much easier to manage. Now, if you or your kids wear PJs, you really only need 2 pairs that you wash once a week. You really do not need to wear a different pair of pajamas every night. Now, judge me if you must, but I wear the same PJs for a week, and then I wash my PJs when I do the rest of my laundry. During COVID, I have learned and I have developed a really great habit. I only wear my clothes one time. It goes straight into the laundry hamper, and I wash my clothes once a week, and I have found that I have no problems folding my load of laundry as soon as I take it out of the dryer because, well, I actually do 2 loads. I do darks and lights, but there are tips I have for that as well. If you don't buy clothes that do a lot of bleeding by color and you don't have a lot of whites, you can really wash all your clothes together. But if you are afraid that your whites are going to get ruined by your dark colors, then by all means keep it separate. Which comes to my next point, is to get rid of as many whites and items that bleed color as possible when you can wash most colors together. Now, let's back up to the PJs. You really don't need to wear PJs a different pair every day unless you have littles that are in diapers and have accidents during the night. Then, of course, by all means. Now, get rid of items that need ironing. That's going to help you. The less ironing, the more time you're going to have. That's all there is to it. Now, some work situations require certain items that are, you know, you have to iron. Uniforms, etc. But eliminate as much of the ironing as you can. Now, here's the tip. Each person has only one laundry basket. This is what I'm implementing now, as of now, because last year you saw I organized my laundry room and I stayed on top of my clothes, but the others that did not will remain nameless. But my laundry room was a disaster. Okay, so I had to reorganize it and figure out another way to keep it organized, nice and neat and manageable. You know, a little mess here and there, you know, is not a big problem unless you're very, very particular. And I'm not super particular, but I do want it to look presentable and nice and neat and not a complete disaster. I mean, it's in my garage, so you know, it's not going to be a beautiful, beautiful space, but I have decorated it and I love it. So I'm going to show you that. Now, what I was going to say about if each person only has one laundry basket, all your dirty clothes go into that laundry basket. You take that laundry basket, put your clothes in the wash. That laundry basket, this is the tip from the mom with 13 kids. That laundry basket stays on that washer machine until that person has transferred the wet laundry to the dryer, then moves that basket to the dryer. Now, once the clothes are dry, they should fold it right away, put it in or at least put it in the basket and take it to their room. Now, at night, when they're taking off their dirty clothes and they don't have a basket, an empty basket to put their dirty clothes in, that also helps remind them that, oh, I have clothes in the dryer. Everyone should be taught, possibly, if they do tend to forget their clothes in the washer or the dryer, there's 2 tips that'll help with that. A timer. That way you put the timer where you can hear it, it goes off, you will check your laundry and you won't forget. The other tip is, you know what, we'll come to the other tip in a moment. All right, but each person has their only one laundry basket and a mesh bag, or if you're like me, I have 2 mesh bags Put all of your socks when you take them off at night, or when you take them off, put them right into the mesh bag to wash, so that no one loses a sock and will not have to hunt through their laundry to find them. If you just have to do all the laundry together, the whole family together, at least the socks will be sorted already. I put my socks and my undies in one, and I put my bras in another. Now, if you only wear 7 pairs of underwear, you're only going to have 7 pairs in the bag with, at the most, 7 pairs of socks. So they're all going to stay in that bag. You won't have to sort and find all your socks through the rest of the laundry. Of course, you know, I always folded all my clothes and left the socks for the last anyway. But if everybody's doing their own laundry and they're only doing 1 load a week, it's super, super easy. And I do put one of those wool dryer balls in with my bras, just because my bras are a little bit padded, so it keeps the laundry fluffed, and I never lose that wool dryer ball because it stays in the mesh bag. That's another really, really good tip. All right. Okay, here, this tip goes along with that tip. All right. When each person does laundry, they put the basket, of course, I already went through this, on the washer and then the dryer, and then it reminds them to get their laundry. They can put their dirty clothes in there. But if every person only has 1 set of sheets and 1 towel to dry off when you take a bath, and you keep those in your bedroom until wash day, it all gets washed together. Everybody has a clean towel. Now, of course, you're going to have your guest towels, nice and neat and folded, clean, nice and neat and folded, and they'll always be ready for guests. But you'll have, each person has their own towel to be responsible for, their own sheets to be responsible for, and they get washed every week with their laundry. Now, I do wash my towels in my bathroom separate from my other laundry, only because I put the rugs, the bathroom rugs, they tend to shed. So I put those in with the towels so that none of the lint and all of that gets on my dress clothes. But, you know, if most of your laundry is t-shirts and jeans, you can put that in there with your jeans. Now, if a family member only has 1, yeah, we already said that. You do not have to wait until your washing machine is full. I know there's a lot of people that thinks, oh my goodness, I cannot do a load of laundry until I have a full load. Guys, there are settings on the washing machine. You can do a small, medium, or large load. It'll keep you on top of your laundry so that you're not waiting until it piles up to do a whole full load. And the other thing is, you know, when you are buying the commercial laundry detergent, there are different measurements there. Pay attention to those measurements. You'll never waste soap if you use the right amount. You'll never waste water if you use the right setting. Maybe it'll use a little extra electricity, but it's peace of mind when you don't have piles and piles and piles of laundry to do every week. When I did the whole family's laundry, it would take me almost all Sunday to get it folded. Now, I did do it in front of the TV, but that just meant I didn't get really anything else done on Sunday. All right, so now, I also make my own laundry soap, and we'll talk about that later. And it only takes 2 tablespoons for a full laundry, and it lasts me 9 months. or 1 teaspoon for a small load. And it lasts me all over 9 months. You know, the homemade laundry detergent I use. Now, some people have said that the homemade laundry detergent does things to their laundry. I haven't had a problem with that, but every once in a while I get lazy and I buy the commercial soap. So I switch back and forth. I like the DIY soap because it saves me money, but I do tend to get lazy and use the commercial soap. So it's really up to you. What do you want to do, and how much money do you want to save? And do you need to save money? Do you need to buy laundry detergent on a budget? Now, if you have littles that are too young to do their own, you can still do their laundry on 1 day a week, but do diapers 1 day, sheets and towels 1 day. Remember, sort each person's laundry back into their own designated basket. See, if you're only doing one person's laundry a day, you're not going to have to remember. If you've got 2 daughters, you're not going to have to figure out which daughter's socks these are and which, and if you have 2 sons, you're not going to have to figure out whose socks are whose and whose underwears are whose. Since you're only doing each child's laundry, only theirs and no one else's, then you don't have to separate by child. They're already separated. So that saves you time. Now, if you do tend to forget your laundry in the washing machine and it stays there long enough to start smelling a certain odor, instead of washing them again in soap, which is what I've been doing all the time, and that's fine too if that's what you prefer, but you can just run them through the laundry again with, let's see, here's the tip I got. If you tend to forget laundry in the washer, or set a timer to remind you. If you happen to forget too long and you have to, instead of re-washing it, just re-wash it with vinegar only. That will refresh it, since it had already been washed. I have not tried that tip yet, but I will. With the pandemic, I really don't forget my laundry because I only wash what I've worn that week, and I wear the same thing because it's my work clothes. So I wear the same work clothes. Now, each person needs their own stain remover. This is another tip. Each person needs their own stain remover right there by their dirty clothes basket. If they have a stain, they spray it right then and there. They don't have to wait till it's in the laundry. I don't have to accidentally see the stain and put stain remover. Now, I have stain remover in the laundry room too. If I forget, and if someone forgets and I see a stain, I can spray it. But I also have it in my closet. Each person needs their own stain remover, so the stains never sit there without being sprayed before they hit the laundry. All right, guys, I'm going to save the rest of my tips for the laundry room, just so that you don't have to see me sit in one spot. And I will see you in my laundry room in just a moment. Okay, now my laundry room is in the garage, so it's not going to be completely pretty, but I don't have a pantry in my kitchen, so this was a mess, and I think I showed this in the video, but now I have taken everything that doesn't belong, and this is just where I hold my pantry items, except for this little spot that's very convenient for my cleaning. And then I hang my little spray bottles here. Like I said, this is not a Pinterest garage. It really isn't. But I have made some improvements so that make it really nice. And by the garage door that goes into my house, I have this shoe rack hanging on a Dollar Tree hook, and it holds my cleaning stuff. And then my vacuum and my shampooer goes here. Okay, and then these are my attachments to the all the cleaning machines, the dryer, the shampooer, and I have on the back of the door, I have my mops and all of that. Now, some of them did not have any way to hang them, and I was able to put, I used these ties, zip ties, to hang these items. All right, now I'm going to show you what I did to my laundry room. I just love it. Hold on and let me turn around. Okay, these are the only laundry baskets that I'm keeping. The bottom one is my husband's, my son's, and mine. The other baskets, I have not done away with them yet, but I will, because we just do not need but one basket, because we're going to do our laundry every week and sometimes twice a week and keep on top of it, but everybody's doing their own. All right, now here is how I decorated. Now this is a new item. It's what I use to soak my wash rags, and that is a pretty way for them to soak right there out of the way. I just added this shelf. This is new. I use these Dollar Tree plant hangers. Although at the 99-cent store, I did find shelf L brackets, so either one will work. This is that little laundry sign I made, the reverse canvas. This is another sign I made using my silhouette machine and a sign from Dollar Tree. I just painted the back. This little truck I found at Walmart for $14, and then that was just a Dollar Tree jar that I'm using for decoration to put wooden clothespins in. Now let's go up here. I reorganized this. I decided, since my paper towels and toilet paper were taking up way too much space in the garage floor, I put those in this cabinet here. My cleaning supplies that are extra are here. I put one here so they could be easy to grab when I run out in the house, and then the others are up there in these cute white baskets that this is a Dollar Tree dish pan, but this is a 99-cent store basket. It was $1.99. I thought it was cute. There's the other one with more clean. This has all the Carpet Fresh, my bleach. Now that's where I'm going to keep the extra bleach. I have a glass pitcher coming to put some bleach in on top of my washer, so it's nice and convenient. And extra window cleaner. That's my vinegar. I use that as my cleaning. And then extra dryer sheets and stuff up there. Now these baskets used to be lime green. I just switched them out with the baskets that were in the cabinets because they were bigger and I wanted them all to be white. And this has just got old stuff from when I was a child, all antique or at least vintage. I know at least 50 some odd, a little less than 50-year-olds, because those are my toys, and some toys from my daughter, just some stuff that I don't want to get rid of, but it's up and out of the way. All right, so now on top of my washing machine, it's nice and clean. This is my dryer. I want to show you really, this was really nice and rusty from use. And from the soap, the liquid laundry soap was really causing it to rust. I used some spray paint Rust-Oleum and sprayed over, well, I first scrubbed off all the rust and repainted it with Rust-Oleum. And this is that little basket I found at 99-cent store. This is where I keep a measuring spoon in case I need a small scoop of laundry soap. Here I have this little roll out bin. Now what do I have on it? That's my stain remover. Just some trash bags for my lint container. Just stuff to put change and things that you find in people's pockets. Extra laundry soap ingredients. Some plastic clothespins that I don't use. I haven't used this in a while, but if I ever go back to doing Downy. And then the bottom is empty. It's just got some dry cleaning stuff there for dry cleaning. As you can see, I just lifted that with my foot. I found this at Walmart. I thought it was adorable. I put my homemade laundry soap in there, and it came with a scoop. This is how much I might put in for a large load, and this might be how much I put in for a small load. And then it's just got a sample of Unstoppables here. I do not buy Unstoppables just because I just don't spend the extra money on smelly stuff, but you can. This is where I keep my ladder. And look, guys, isn't this cute? I bought these frames from Dollar Tree. Some of you, if you're a frequent Dollar Tree shopper, you will notice all the ribbon is Dollar Tree, the flowers are Dollar Tree, the chicken and the sheep are pages from the market calendar that was super popular. Now this wreath I made 30 years ago when I was first married. And I no longer use a lot of navy blues, but I love roses. And I thought this looked perfect in here. It's where I keep my dryer balls. And this is where I keep the dryer sheets. And I thought that just looked pretty with some flowers. And this is a basket that I thought was really, really pretty. And I thought, I need a big basket, but it's where I throw the lint. Now, for the floor, sorry, it's very ugly. I am not going to paint my whole garage floor. But I did buy a rug runner in black and white buffalo check. So this rug right here is temporary. It's cute. It's something I already had, and it's very pretty. It says hello. And then I have it's almost empty. Remember I told you I switch back and forth sometimes to the liquid laundry soap. All right, guys, this is my adorable laundry room in the garage. And I hope you like it. And now stay tuned for a few more tips. If this video is way too long, this may wind up being a part 1 and a part 2. Okay, it was hot in there, so I'm back in here telling you a few other ideas that I have for helping you with your laundry. There are just some thrifty ideas that I have, and you know what, I think I may save those thrifty ideas for a part 2 video. I'll do that in the next video, because I want to give you more laundry tips, that some other tips as well. All right, now the next question about making your laundry easier and is to fold or not to fold. Do you really need to fold everything that in your laundry? If you have little boys that just wear t-shirts and jeans, you may not need to fold them. You may be able to just throw them in a basket or a cubby, a pretty area that's organized. You may have some cubbies or some dresser drawers or bins, however you want to do it, but you may come to terms with the fact that you may not have to fold these items. Now, maybe your t-shirts that you are going to wear to church might get folded because you don't really want them to wrinkle. But if you buy t-shirts and jeans that don't tend to wrinkle, just throw them in the drawer. I don't fold my PJs. I don't fold my underwear. I do fold my socks just because there's two of them and it keeps them together. And I do fold my bras because it just seems to fit better in my drawer. But my little camisoles and my slips, I just throw in a drawer. You know, there are some things that you may be able to let go of the folding. Does your clothes need to be folded? Do you need to fold your underwear, socks, your undershirts? If clothes wrinkle, hang it up. If not, fold and put away. Fold as you pull them out of the dryer. Putting away, unless you have littles, put laundry on each person's bed for them to put up before bed with no excuses. Hold them accountable. Now, organization. This video is about organization, so I'm going to end this with some organizational ideas for you. As you saw in my laundry room, I have a place to put lint. As soon as it comes out of the dryer, I do put something in the dryer. I store my toilet tissue in each restroom in the cabinet. I store paper towels in the cabinet so I can pull out as needed. Use a dry erase marker if there's something in the washing machine that you do not want to put in the dryer. Use that dry erase marker to write yourself big notes on your washer and dryer if you need to. You can use cute jars to hold your clothespins. Extra shelf over the washer is what I did, but just for my decorative items. Extra shelf over the washer and dryer for folding. Extra storage, or for, well, like I did, decor. Small tin buckets, jar or bins for change, buttons, mending needles and thread. Iron and ironing board hung on the wall or behind the door. Folding hanging rack. Those are the ones that it lays flat on the wall and then you pull it up, and as you're taking things out of the dryer you can hang them up, and then you take them to your room, put them in your closet, and that folds down. Some type of hanging rack. Now I have a full rack because I have linens from my party business on it, and then there's a space where my husband or I can hang up clothes on that rack on a plastic hanger to dry if we don't want to put it in the dryer. Or we're just hanging them there until we put them in the closet. I showed you my new idea of putting a bowl for you to put anything that needs to soak, like your wash rags, near the bowl or bucket, near or on the washer for dirty wash rags and small stained items that need to soak. Garbage bags for lint or trash can. I think we already discussed that. Bins or bags for your attachments for your, and you saw, I showed you that, for your attachments to your shampoo or washing machine or your steamer, any of those attachments, just put them on a bag, hang them on a hook so that everything stays together. A bin, you may want to have a whole bin just for your delicates. Again, I just put them in a mesh bag and add them in the laundry if they don't, you know, if they can go in the laundry. Collapsible mop bucket saves space, so you have a mop bucket when you need it. Okay, I bought a folding one, a fold-up one, a collapsible one at 99-cent store. I don't remember how much it is, but I love it. I haven't used it yet because I really use the Swiffer to dust and mop my floors in my dining and kitchen and bathroom. Those are the only floors, but one day soon I'm going to have all hardwood flooring, or at least I'm going to rip out all the carpet. You can stay tuned for that one. The step stool, You always need a step stool. Frames are cute signs on walls and laundry rules and instructions. You could make your rules, your laundry rules and instructions also be your decorative. Just put them in picture frames and make them decorative. Instead of the chicken and the sheep that I have in there, it could be your laundry rules, and put the flowers and make it really cute. Place for dryer sheets, stain remover, laundry samples, extra sponges, SOS pads. All your extra cleaning stuff can also go in those cabinets, as you saw. And all right, those are all of those ideas. Like I said, my next video will be the budget-friendly cleaners video, because I also have some home cleaning products I can share with you as well. I'll just make that a separate video, because organizing your laundry is just something that will help you keep you motivated to do laundry. It won't be as much of a drudgery. And if you do like I did this time around, I've been married for 31 years, and this is the first time I've actually decorated my laundry area. So that should add some motivation for me as well. I hope you loved this video. I hope you found some really great tips that you can incorporate in your laundry routine. And I will see you on the next video. Give me a thumbs up. Share my video if you love it, if you know somebody that this could help. Like I said, this video will help anyone that has 13 children, as well as someone like me. I just have one 20-year-old, soon to be 20-year-old at home. But I want everything to look a little more presentable in my laundry area. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.